Poor Things is one of this movie which after watching its trailer, you know that its strange, out of this world nature would immediately earn it artistic masterpiece reputation. Artistic masturbation. Every movie maniac was nearly obliged to go and see this one because of some critics already calling it the best movie of the year. So I did. And despite indeed beautiful scenography, wide performances, an interesting idea, well, leaving the theater with disappointing feelings. I thought, what was the point of all of that? The ending didn't give me one of those mystic catharsis experience, which I long in cinema, or put the hero in difficult position, so I could wonder for the rest of my life what he would do. Conclusion is so problematic that I had to create a YouTube video and try to make something of it. Starting point of the plot is however very solid. Dr. Godwin Baxter found a body of suicide pregnant woman and put brain of the child in her. This opens a whole box of opportunity and interesting questions. How would such a person develop? What exactly would constitute to her personality? How she will react to her body? It doesn't hurt the movie that the creator, Godwin, is representation of archetypical mad scientist. We even sympathize with him and begin to understand his motivation as he opens about difficult childhood. Bella lives in his ground house, never allowed to go outside, so Godwin fully controls all stimulus coming to her. Nearly, because our heroine discovers on her own the pleasure of sexuality. I will come back to talk a lot more about this nasty S word later. Her weirdness and childish naivete sparks interest in Godwin's new assistant, Max. He is clearly fascinated by Bella to the point of being shy with her. If you're interested more in Max and the rest of the men in Poor Things, I strongly recommend analysis of the movie made by Sen. His video contains a lot of interesting thoughts and also dives deeper in political discussion in Poor Things. Link in the description. Bella longs for outside world. Change of rescue comes with another archetype, charming bad boy Duncan Wedderburn. His second man she meets in her life, besides Godwin of course. So he sparks her curiosity and even sexual desire. Fascinated by her innocence and born yesterday's sexy attitude, Duncan decided to take her on a Eurotrip. After Max protests and quiet resignation from Godwin, happy couple embarks on a journey and begins. My modest attempt to analyze the movie will consist of 3 parts, going chronologically with the movie plot. Lisbon part opens with montage of angry jumping in beautiful hotel room. Movie faces criticism for nudity and huge amount of sex scenes. However, one can argue that Bella escapes her cage thanks to physical beauty and sexuality, so these are important part of her journey. Intercourse with Duncan gives heroine pleasure and maybe helps to understand her body better, but Bella could not at this phase of her journey understand psychological aspects of it and eventual bad consequences. Lisbon is kind of physical awakening for her. She tries new food, got drunk for the first time, and discovers dancing. Then Duncan put Bella in box and transferred her into psychological part of the journey. Both is the most interesting segment of the movie, and I wish Yorgos spent more time here than in Paris section. Our heroine meets 2 companions, Harry and Lady Martha von Kurzrock, which form kind of teacher-student relationship with her. What makes Bella's and the young man interaction interesting is that, opposed to Max and Duncan, he does not pursue her sexually. Harry presents his pessimistic view on life and human nature and claims that we are in fact only wild beasts. Contradicting this statement with Bella's following her basic animal instincts in Lisbon without society boundaries, which helped her evolve, could be an interesting point. Sadly, the movie never follows that path and flesh out pros and cons of animal instincts in humans. Poor Things narrows this discussion to crushing optimistic childlike point of view with harsh reality. Harry shows Bella the most extreme example of poverty and death in a very effective, dramatic scene. However, this dramatism is wasted because we never really get to observe if Bella truly understands how world works and that giving all the money to the poor people would not solve the problem. Lady von Kurzrock is nowadays more interested in what's between her ears than what's between her legs and could teach Bella other aspects of women's life and psychology outside sex. However, this opportunity is also wasted. She is reduced to handling philosophical books, which leads to another problem. Our heroine is out in the real world only for a glimpse, still fresh in her growing up, so would she be able to grasp complex philosophical ideas which demand some understanding of world, history, psychology, etc.? Oh, you're just nitpicking. The movie is a metaphor, beautiful journey of growing up. Bella just reads philosophical books and gets smarter by that. Get a life. Yeah, somehow the movie being a metaphor or modern fairy tale excuses every plot holes and wasted opportunity. Oh, don't get me started on Shape of Water. So, continuing sex topic. This is the most problematic part of the movie. Bella is forced to survive on her own in Paris. She got a job in a brothel run by Lady Sweeney, where all kinds of strange sexual acts with odd-looking guys are happening. These scenes are not the problem on their own, but do they really serve any purpose besides looking bizarre and gross? Bella claims that her occupation helps with understanding human needs, fantasies, and psychology. However, again, we don't get a chance to see how it happens. None of her relation with a client is shown deeper for more than 5 minutes. Slides of sexual games just roll between viewers' eyes. Bella sees herself as kind of free, self-sufficient woman, her own means of production. All seems fabulous, but does she understand psychological aspect of sex and its ramification? Viewers supposed to believe that experimentation with love brings Bella only good things and helps her grow up. She's kind of ideal, modern, third-wave feminist woman. But did she ever cry after an intercourse, feel forced or ashamed to do something? Movie drops this topic completely to the point of naivete. Conversation with Max after her return to London seems to function as summaries of her time at Miss Sweeney's. He accepted her past, claiming that she is free to do with her body whatever she wants. Should the viewers feel the same and just accepted the ending as emerging of a new happy family in Godwin's estate? Well, movie was so hyped as great and artistic that the ending just feels empty and shallow.